led us on a path of angular size and the realization that, you know, trying to see a relatively low landmass at a distance of about 120 miles, you know, it's pretty nigh on impossible from ground level just due to its angular size. So all the mistakes that we made kind of helped us understand more going forward. So it was a win-win.
Yeah, one of the first things I remember hearing when I turned to the show was Nathan telling somebody, like, that's a lighthouse. We see it because it's there. You're saying that there's all this other nonsense that we have to deal with, all this reasons and excuses, and we just see it. It's there. And that's why I was just like, yeah, that makes sense. Yep, I like the show.
Well, there's some in Discord, right? So why are they coming on the show now and saying their piece?
Maybe they just like listening to us speculate and just snicker in the background until they're ready.
Why would you join the show, go on mute for the whole show, and have the opposite viewpoint of the show?
Yeah, we got a lot of.
I agree. I tried to get them
mainly in the chat. Frigging neutrino lover, this Fermi Lab idiot that doesn't even know what a hypothesis is. He thinks he's all that in a bag of chips, but will never, ever come on this show because his spine has this yellow icon I see. Clown.
My prompting of neutrinos being addressed was from that gentleman right there. He seemed to be all high and mighty on him.
He doesn't even know what a hypothesis is. He's a pretender clown. I've drug him around by the short hairs so many times. It's friggin' unbelievable. He posts a picture of his, right? I got your badge right here.
Is that a real lab? Fermi Lab?
Yeah, time for breakfast.
So he works at the Firmament Lab. Well, if you're chatting
here though, because we have all these stationary glovers.
Say that again. Stationary glovers.
Stationary glovers, I like that.
Yep. They ought to just be kicked out if they're not going to chat.
You mean geocentric?
I gotta go, guys.
Nice.
I ran.
He's still at it. See you all again.
See you later, Renty.
See you later.
Later, Renty.
Highlander, you still there?
Leave Highlander alone. He's got a bad throat today.
We'll just check and see how he looks.
Because we're nice like that. You alright, Highlander?
Yeah. The one with the bad throat is the only one that actually spoke.
They don't want it because I come to defeat. I peep, you niggas all sweet.
You got the. Oh, I'm sorry. You did have the blind sniper in there.
Oh, did he go?
The pad.
I love the pants line.
No trick for the IGZ.
Using the aftershock. You can just drag him back up.
Back up.
Alright, he's here.
All right, blind sniper, we want you to explain to us how you can leave your pants and not change them, okay?
You made a claim earlier this week that you can take off your pants or change your pants, right? Not leave them.
Why are y'all focused on pants?
Because we were talking about reference frames, and you decided to give an example using your pants. So yeah,
So you're focused on pants.
we're focused on the silliness
Delving
that
into
you
the
said
psychology
regarding
of
your
stationary
pants.
baller.
We don't care about your pants, actually. It's just the
So
funniness
why
that
y'all
you
asking me
said
about my pants?
regarding your pants.
Why the hell are y'all asking me about my pants?
This is gonna be funny. Do you have amnesia?
Can we play
No,
this
I'm asking
for?
you why you asking me about my pants. Why y'all so focused on the pants?
In November,
I think he's
20.
retarded.
The blind sniper for November 2019.
Okay, pants and not.
Blind sniper for November 2019.
I could change pants and not leave them.
Who is this idiot?
Pants about leaving pants that you're in?
The blind sniper for November 2019.
I could change so you're basically just calling me on the show so that way you can meet me later. But that's all y'all do. Every time I'm on the show, you meet me. You complain about being funny.
But you're talking right now.
And then you meet me.
You're talking right now. You're not muted. You can speak. We can hear you.
I'm muted now, but every other time I was on the show, I get muted.
So do you have anything to say, or just complaining about how you get muted?
So what's the problem with the pants? Like, why are y'all so focused on the pants?
We were talking about reference frames, and you brought up pants. What was the connection you were trying to make?
I was the point of that was change and leave are two different things. That was the only point. Why are y'all so focused on the pants?
How does that relate to reference frames?
How can you leave your
Because
pants
they were
and
talking
not
about
change?
changing and
How
leaving.
can you change your pants and not leave them? That's the question.
Why are you focused on the pants? The whole point was the difference between change and leave.
You brought it up, you retard.
You said it.
Y'all retarded. Just because I'm asking you a question.
All right, he concisely explained the disposition there. So
why are you focused on pants when the whole argument was that there was a difference between change and leave?
Because you brought it up. You said
so
you
you're focused on the pants instead of the whole point of the argument, which was there's a difference between change and leave. You want to focus on pants.
So you left your pants? Where did you leave them? Where did you leave your pants?
No sense in me trying to.
When? What day? Since you're focused on my pants, go ahead and ask a question about my pants.
We don't really care about your pants, buddy. You brought it up.
Just stop asking me about my pants.
No, we're not. You brought it
That
up.
don't make no sense. You're not
You
making
have
no
more
sense. You're focused
questions
on
about
pants,
your pants.
then you're
Can
not
we
focused on pants, and then you're asking me about pants.
hey, can you explain in Coriolis or detail Coriolis effect?
Okay, I got one question about your pants. Are they fancy?
No, I don't wear fancy pants.
All right, let's get this more to what he was trying to say. We were talking about reference frames, and you brought up the pants. I want to know what your connection was to the reference frame with your pants.
I just told you there was a difference between change and leave. That was it. I mean, I just explained that like 3 times.
When you change your pants, are they still on you?
No, but I could put them on my shoulder and they're still on me.
But you didn't say that till the end of that argument the other week.
But I also
So-
said that same day.
No, what I'm trying to say is this malformed connection you're making here. If you get out of your pants,
No, what
you're
I'm
no longer
saying is there's a difference between change and leave.
There isn't. There isn't. You can't change your pants and not leave them.
You
Right.
can leave them and
Why
not
not?
change them,
I can
though.
carry them around with me anywhere I want to without having them on. I can still change my
You have
pants and
blown
still
up-
carry
Can
them
you
around.
can you carry around? Can you carry around a reference frame when
Perfect.
once you leave it?
Perfect chocolate.
Thank
perfect.
you, chocolate.
You don't
Yeah,
leave,
did you put the
don't leave a
reference frame on your shoulder?
Yeah, hold on. Let me answer Chocolate's question.
You don't leave reference.
His question was, can you chuck a reference frame over your shoulder? Because that's what the context was when you compared it to pants.
Well, it's a coordinate thing.
So that would be a bad analogy then, right?
That's a very dumb question.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So we're all clear then. The pants analogy was crap, and that's why it got brought up.
No, it was just to show a difference between change and leave. Y'all are
There
too
is
focused on
no
the pants.
Try
There is
again.
no-
Hi folks, I'm Alan Watt.
What's up, boys? Before we get into the video today, I want to talk to you a little bit about Raiders Origin, which has great one-hand operation if you're too tired from studying or working. I'm going to show you a little bit of the gameplay here.
Unknown, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot to do with what's going on in hip-hop today, you know what I'm saying? But niggas don't realize it. Niggas in the streets realize it, but the press and the industry don't realize it. But it's all good. It is what it is.
Now, as you can see, Raider Master in a week, right? Like, that was a challenge I did. I wonder if I could actually do that again. Like, it just seems like now there's so much griefing going on that it becomes almost impossible. Like, I have to climb on an account that's anonymous for me to, like, consistently win. Feels like.
Hello?
Yeah, and in conclusion, guys, that's why I think Rat has the tightest butthole on Twitch.
You're so... I just want to go back to watching...
Oh, shit, my bad. Yo, what's up?
Ah, you're so weird. Just invade and fucking level 1 fight. Wait, then we go... What? They're in here. Here.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
Hook. Come. Okay, just reset and invade here. They won't expect it, okay?
Look at this. Oh my god, our team is smurfing.
Could ever be in here?
There's 5 people here.
Yeah, but just go.
Ah, let me just go. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
This should work though, no? Call myself a seasoned diamond. Okay.
Okay. Just fuck it. I'm just going home.
Just third try, third attempt.
Shut up, man. Please, just let me play the game, please. One time.
I will just hook steal it.
Okay, go for it. I'm okay with that.
Everybody be quiet. I need full focus.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Wait, why'd you make that noise when you got it? What's wrong with you?
Because it was 6 HP and I just stole it. Okay, if you get out jungled now, then, you know.
Yeah, I've been, I mean, that's the thing, is I've just been getting out jungled every game. What can I do? I think if I hit the stun, he just dies. Hold on, wait for me. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, man. I can't even get to you, dude. Where are you? Okay. Why is he going this way?
In my head, he dies there. So you must have misplayed. Well, nobody saw that one.
Oh, there's no way. There's just no way.
You know,
there's just no way that my ball lane doesn't. Okay.
You know,
Can we just go next? Can we just go next? I kind of don't want to play. I'll be honest. Well, shit.
Shit. Yes, exactly. That was.
God, it's so triggering.
Look his items mid.
Yeah, it's fine. We can kill him. Let's kill him.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, just go. That's fine, actually.
Yeah, for sure. He just almost one-shot me.
Come on, there's no way you never kill with the fucking echo stun, right?
Fuck, you got the... It's fine.
What do you mean, fuck, I got the...
No, shut up. Shut your mouth and push. Woo. I need this one, though. Actually, I can go bot here, it's fine.
Just making sure. I made sure that you got it first, you know?
Yeah. Caitlyn flashed. Wait, this is good.
Oh, look at this guy. He's too good.
What the fuck?
I'm coming. Oh man, I just really hate this game. You want to just push this together?
Yeah. I'm alive in a beautiful mind. Go. All you.
There it is.
Okay.
Wait, he didn't take it! He doesn't take his claw!
Go! Let's get him low, How is this in real life? Oh.
Oh my god, you're trolling.
I thought he would die. Just kill him. Kill him and it's fine.
How are these people so bad? I don't understand how this guy is so bad.
I thought he would die. I got an anal bead and 2 long swords to win, I think.
An anal bead?
Yeah, don't question it.
Coming. I got this. Leave it for me.
I got him.
Come on, dude. Give it to me.
How do I miss those hooks?
I don't know. Maybe you just fucking suck. Have you ever thought about that?
That's so weird. Why are you taking my why?
Because you're not even looking at the wave.
Now we need to take the jungle camps together.
You just fuck off.
You and me, baby boy. Dodging hook. Wait, what? Here? Wait, where are you?
I'm here. Alright, you ready?
Okay, dive it. Yeah. Okay. Hit him.
I can't. I can't.
Hit him.
There it is.
Okay. I thought you would hit him again, so I got the reset thing, you know? I mean the R thing, so he dies.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Maybe I could have just turned around and autoed him. I'll be honest.
We need to work on our synergy a bit more.
Yeah, something like that.
Come dive top.
I want a base.
We need to go to dragon.
No, dragon is so fucking dead. Yeah, we can maybe go top. I will fucking kiss you on your mouth at TwitchCon.
My god, I'm going.
Alright, don't get too excited. You're kind of scaring me.
My god. Snapping in. Woo! I was close. Well. Well, I'm at very moment. Honestly, it was closer than I thought it would be. Not gonna lie.
Who plays Lissandra top in this day and age?
Oh fucking no! I would just go bot lane. I don't have order though.
Just wait for me. Oh, okay. I'm going for this other guy.
Oh my god! How good am I? Oh, help me. Oh shit. Block it! Oh, you dumb.
Aww. Alright, we got it. I fucking autoed the turret by accident. Thank you for prepping the crab for me.
If you take this, I will take your LP.
You've already been taking my LP all night.
Gets it if I don't get it.
Oh, yes!
Okay, now we need to intentionally see.
I really shouldn't have tested you, huh?
Oh my... Whoa! Wait, what? Are him? Wait, what? Are... What? What in the flying...
No ulti on Kale.
Yeah, but that was just... That was just not a good time. I won't block it because you pinged me. Later, bitch. Okay, we turn this.
I am just leaving. Wait, you can't jump that? I think you can. I must just be trash.
I think we should go back to Karthus.
I think we should go back to fucking Vigar. Jesus
Actually,
Christ.
yes, but this game is not on me.
How's he so fast?
I'm a victim of extreme...
Just don't even say it. Don't fucking say it.
Jungle difference.
Don't fucking say it. Why do you have to say it?
Fight this.
Why do you have to say it?
Soon it's our time. The mango squad. Okay. I will dominate.
Oh my god, what did I just do? There we go.
Wow.
Well, that guy has no...
Oh wait. That's
okay. Okay. Alright.
Ah, good times, Tom. Good times. Never give up.
Wow, I did not expect the alley ult to do that much damage. Holy shit, he does fucking damage. Wait, you have 41 CS?
Why do you need to bring that up?
At least you're having fun, right? No? Not even that? Wait, Galio...
having fun until jungle different happened.
This guy is too good. He made too many plays, I think is what it is.
Well, he got 2 mountain dragons. What do you have? What have you got on us?
I don't know. Maybe every fucking kill in the game.
Okay, go. I'm going in. Here? Here!
Oh.
How did you... Why did you...
Oh, I can't even ult. He just one-shots me. It's so insane.
If I would have gotten the reset, I would have gotten like... That would actually been
Wait, you know he flashed your ult, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. If I would have gotten the reset.
I thought you were flaming me.
No, I meant him. I have R, but...
Yeah, let me just get... Come on.
I gave it to Kale. She deserves it for her hard work and dedication. Oh shit. I'll save you. I hook him. You live? Oh my god, wait, maybe this is good. I've seen you win these before. What the fuck?
What is this behind us?
Here? Oh, I thought I was you. Wait, what? Okay, go.
Yeah, I'm coming.
I'm turbo going in. Oh, I almost R'd. That was close. Woo. Wait, what? What the fuck is happening?
I have no idea.
I can't even tell if we're winning or losing.
I mean, we're definitely losing.
Okay, resets. How good am I? Oh, okay.
God damn, wait, this Galio is just actually one-shotting me. It's so insane. Oh, they're ending the game.
What are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? Galio fucking chasing.
Yeah, get that crab.
Yep, I am not fucking basing here.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Well.
No.
I still have 2 items.
No way, he actually dodged it, he's too good.
How did you die?
I literally went on him. You're actually a fucking support, holy shit. 50 CS, down 3 levels, nice, cool.
I wonder why.
Maybe you got solo killed in lane level fucking 3 or some shit.
Okay, ready? 3.
Yep.
2. 1, go. Oh shit.
Wait, what is this guy's damage?
This music is awfully fitting for this. No,
we just can't do anything. This Galio actually just 1v9s. Wow, this guy just never ults.
That's all I got.
Okay, we're just using all of our abilities.
I am awfully useful, I feel like. I'm going in. Oh shit. I fucking hate League. Just watch fucking shows. Sorry about your mid and jungle. Unlucky.
He said that twice. He didn't get any. No one said anything the first time. Like, no one cared about him the first time, then he just said it again. That was solid. Honestly, I thought Pyke mid was over nerfed until I played with you, and then I'm like, damn, it's fucking still broken.
This is cuttingthroughthematrix.com and Alan Watt, sentientsentinel.eu on May the 31st, 2007. Years ago there was a movie put out called Running Man, a futuristic movie with predictive programming as they all do, in fact. Getting us used to an idea where sports would evolve into blood sports, roller.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice: hard time or prime time.
Sensational. Perfect contestant. I want him.
He must pay or play the running man.
On your mark.
I'll be back. The highest rated TV show in history.
Guess they want us to stay.
It's a game between life and death.
Give you a lift?
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the running man. He's playing for a prize. The prize is his life.
How about the life?
The running man.
Rollerball was another one along the same vein, the first rollerball, where a world corporation ran the world. And you had three groups of people: those who were in the corporation at the top, the lesser bureaucrats who dealt with the public and gave them their entertainment, and then the people at the bottom who simply lived for sports, blood.
That's the name. Houston players come and go, but the champion plays on. You know how the game serves us. It has a definite social purpose. Nations are bankrupt, gone, no poverty, no sickness. Man has accomplished what he'd always craved. Corporate society was an inevitable destiny, a good life, a centuries-old dream.
You better do as you're told, Jonathan. That's all I have to say.
Don't be here when I come back.
You won't be back, Johnny boy.
No player is greater than the game itself. It's not a game a man is supposed to grow strong in, Jonathan.
You still don't understand why I came here.
You're the only person I ever wanted. Wanted you on my side. That's all.
The books you've ordered are classified and have been transcribed and summarized. Who summarizes him?
Zero, of course. He's the world's brain.
Does it answer you?
Oh, yes, it speaks.
I'd like some information about corporate decisions, how they're made and who makes them.
They're afraid of you, Jonathan. All the way to the top they are.
The game was created to demonstrate the futility of individual effort. Let the game do its work.
Game! This wasn't meant to be a game!
Sports like the gladiators did, and the crowds went to see them in ancient Rome. In other words, because culture and reality are mandated from the top, they're authorized, any changes are authorized from the top down, then any culture can become the normal if it's introduced in the right way. And more importantly, it's better to make sure the public have their indoctrination gradually towards the idea of acceptance of it, so that when it's brought on the scene, it becomes normal to them quite easily. Culture is plastic. It's fluid almost. It's not static. The culture that's given from the top must fit the times you live in. It's tailor-made for the times you live in. Long before the public even got hold of a computer for their home, there were articles in newspapers talking about this new revolution. Very important word, since those behind it are very old with their societies. They love revolution. Most revolutions are not bloody. They're cultural. They spoke and said that this revolution would change the world, how everyone would have to adapt to it. It was a mandate, in other words. They also talked about information wars before the public were given the computer. So for those people who think they're on the cutting edge, there's nothing that you're given that's there to help you. They would never give you what would be regarded as a weapon when they have already declared this a cultural war, an information war. They're very serious when they use these terms, like the war on poverty, the war on drugs, the war on seatbelts, etc. They mean it. Therefore, when they gave you the internet, they already had it planned that they would dominate it. And they do. The biggest sites out there that fascinate you, no doubt with sex, or Atlantis stories, etc., are dominated by those who are making war on your mind and the culture, as they upgrade the culture. When you want to do horrible things to humanity, you must have a dehumanized humanity. The process of dehumanization can be brought on insidiously or fairly quickly, depending on how much time and effort they put into creating the new reality. It might surprise people that before the 1920s, sports teams were just local teams that played games for free. There were little clubs, little hobby clubs. The big writers came out and said how they would make sports national pastimes. Addictions, really. And arenas. Arena, remember, comes from ancient Rome. arena is Aaron, because there's much more behind the old terms you're given than face value would allow. Societies which are to be vastly changed and dominated by ruthless people must therefore give a culture which has dehumanized and pretty well dysfunctional in a sense. Everyone must be divided, separated from everyone else, man from woman, parents from children, and generation from generation. Very carefully done through specialized scientific indoctrination, followed by massive propaganda daily on all media. Once the people are dehumanized, you can do anything with them. You can bring anything in, no matter how horrific it would have sounded in a previous time, it will be accepted by the public. And once the public accept dehumanization and join in the gruesome fest that's dished up to them with fascination, then true horror will break out within society, and no one will care. It's now normal. In Monty Python's The Meaning of Life, it starts off with a spoof after the hospital drama. It starts off with a spoof where men visit to homes asking for kidneys and livers from donors. It's a routine thing. We have seen, as people have started to believe the science have replaced old religions with sciences, the sciences are taught as religions.
The Meaning of Life, Part 5. Live organ transplants.
Don't put it there! I'll get it! Yes?
Hello, can we have your liver?
What?
Your liver. It's a large glandular organ in your abdomen. You know, it's reddish brown. It's sort of,
Yeah, I know what it is, but I'm using it.
Come on, sir. Don't muck us about. What's this then?
I'll leave it on his card.
Need we say more? No.
Listen, I can't give it you now. It says in the event of death.
No one who's ever had their liver taken out by us has survived. Just lie there, so it won't take a minute.
What's going on?
He's donating his liver, madam.
Is this because he took out one of those silly cards?
That's right, madam.
Typical of him. He goes down to the public library, sees a few signs up, comes home all full of good intentions. He gives blood, he does cold research, all that sort of thing. What do you do with them all, anyway?
They all go to saving lives, madam.
That's what he used to say. It's all for the good of the country, he used to say. Do you think it's all for the good of the country? Do you think it's all for the good of the country?
Well, I wouldn't know about that, madam. We're just doing our jobs, you know.
You're not doctors, then?
Oh, blimey now.
Mum, Dave, I'm off out there. I'll see you about 7.
Right there, son. Look after yourself. Fancy a cup of tea?
Oh, well, that'd be very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you. I thought she'd never ask. You do realise he has to be, well, dead by the terms of the card before he donates his liver.
When I told him that, but he never listens to me. Silly man.
I was wondering, what you was thinking of doing after that. I mean, will you stay on your own? Or is there, someone else sort of, on the horizon?
I'm too old for that sort of thing. I'm past my prime.
Not at all. Very attractive woman.
But I'm certainly not thinking of getting hitched up again.
Sure.
Sure.
Can we have your liver then?
No, I'd be scared.
All right. I'll tell you what. Look, listen to this.
Whenever life gets you down, Mrs. Brown, and things seem hard or tough, and people are stupid, obnoxious or daft, and you feel that you've had quite enough, just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour, that's orbiting at 19 miles a second, so it's reckoned, a sun that is the source of all our power. The sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see are moving at 1,000,000 miles a day in an outer spiral arm at 40,000 miles an hour of the galaxy we call the Milky Way. Our galaxy itself contains 100 billion stars. It's 100,000 light years side to side. It bulges in the middle, 16,000 light years thick, but out by us it's just 3,000 light years wide. We're 30,000 light years from galactic central point. We go round every 200 million years. And our galaxy is only one of millions of billions in this amazing and expanding universe.
They're authoritarian. They, like all religions, they will accept no opposition to their theories, which are taught as facts. And they want total power over everyone, with the excuses that their religion, the science, is there for logic. No different from previous times when great churches would come out with their theories and give you formats of how to live. Same process, and anyone who opposed that was condemned, because all those who become gods in this old world will tolerate no other gods before them. Nothing really changes, just the garments they wear. We've all been subjected to documentaries over the years on countries like the Philippines, where wealthy people from across the world can order kidneys, for instance, when they need a transplant from healthy people. How the big surgeons, mainly from the US, go over, pay the donor a paltry sum, take the kidney and sell it and replace it to the recipient, the one with the big money. It's going business. And then you see the one who was a donor in the first place, who spends the little bit they got, and people who are living in abject poverty, you see them having to spend the little bit they got on medical treatment because of all the side effects and infections that set in, and so on. This is also, even the showing of this is a dehumanizing process, because we're left with no answer. There is no debate about it. Is it right, wrong? Laws are never passed to stop it. The exploitation of the poor. But what does come to pass is that the public, after various shows and programs and documentaries on the subject, begin to accept it. What they're actually accepting is their own dehumanization. Compassion is neutralized when you see injustice carried out. You expect justice and it doesn't happen. People become bitter, hardened, or simply discompassionate. And lots of these programs collectively help to dehumanize us. You'll hear ordinary people who live and get every idea from television by watching documentaries, parrot verbatim what the big boys say. There's too many people on the planet. We're just another animal. We can't go on like this, etc., etc. It would never dawn on them to do their own research on anything that's given to them. They're accepting dehumanization and agreeing with the big boys. There's just too many people. However, I wonder if the big boys will ever volunteer first to euthanize themselves so that others may live. And that's the day where pigs might fly. Another way to help this dehumanizing process, to get us to accept it, is to do what they've done on comedy movies long ago. And that's to present it in a show fashion, game show fashion, just like The Running Man. In the Daily Mail from England, and this is from the 30th of May 2007, maybe the 31st May 2007, there's an article which is probably happening in other countries. It's just you don't hear about other countries with similar articles. We think we're always isolated, but you find that generally things are happening across the world at the same time in all countries somewhere. This article by Alan Hall says this: patients waiting for transplant organs have condemned a Dutch TV reality show in which a dying woman will choose a patient to receive one of her kidneys. The National Kidney Federation spoke out as broadcaster BNN vowed to go ahead with the controversial live show this Friday, despite efforts by Dutch MPs to ban it.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris from New York, Westchester County. A couple of things I just want to cover with you real quick. I forgot to add yesterday. Well, you know, to start off with, all right, these are observations here that I made in New York. I've heard some of the bigger channels talking about false flags and some event that might be coming up. In another state, first I heard Seattle, then I heard New York, now, you know, all over the place. Look, these sickos, these wackos, who have figured out that the earth is flat back in the late 50s and turned it into this evil devil worshipping satanic nonsense that they sacrifice people. These events really happen. Don't you see that? How they happen, we don't know. 9/11, you know, that was definitely a demolition. But people died. They were sacrificed. And that's how sick these people are. They don't care about you. Okay? Don't you understand that? They don't give a shit about you. It's like this sacrifice of back in the evil worshiping days. I mean, that's what the mentality of these people are. They live off of this shit. They tap into your fear. And they want to control you. And this is how they control you. 1, television. 2, sports. 3, politics. 4, music. 5, Hollywood. All of this is how they control you. And this is how they're always going to control you. So as long as you give a shit about all of this nonsense that's out there.
That's a pretty good list, CC. You forgot the most important way they control us, which would be education. Shit, nigga, what's up?
All of this garbage that's out there, all of the politics and all of the media and all of the garbage, once you see through this, once you get away from this satanic force that's upon you, you become a flat earther. And that's just how it is. You've got to put all of that aside. You've got to put all of it aside. All the lies, all of NASA, all of everything you've got to get rid of and reprogram yourself. And that's how you do it. And it's so important because we live in a satanic world. They have made it this way. The Creator did not want it this way. The Creator has made beautiful things for you to look at, beautiful areas for you to go. They have turned it into this satanic ritual. And it's all around you and you don't even see it. It was all around me and I didn't see it. The frequencies that they have in the music is control. They can control how you feel, okay? They can control if you're happy, if you're sad, if you want to create some sort of protest. They control all this as long as you're plugged in. You've got to unplug yourself. And that is the only way to do it, is just unplug yourself and free yourself from this slavery that you're in. Thank you for subbing and thank you for viewing my videos and let me be a part of your life.
Behind the scenes, the board of the private TV company was under massive pressure to drop the show, which MPs said was damaging Holland's international reputation. Then he goes on to say, today, as plans are unveiled in Brussels to improve the organ donor network across Europe, TV producers from Endemol, the company behind the Big Brother reality shows, are putting the finishing touches to the Big Donor Show. Ray Mackay, 43, co-chairman of the UK National Kidney Federation, who received a kidney transplant 2 years ago, said the concept of the show was totally abhorrent. It just seems that this is totally the shock factor that they are going for, he said.
Yo, did you guys notice, did you guys watch this kidney donor scene? This is like, I'm surprised I haven't heard a flat earther talk about this. So they're like normalizing graphic violence here. So they're like basically killing her husband by taking his liver for an organ transplant. And then they're just having a casual conversation like nothing's wrong. And then he asks for her kidney. I don't know. And she starts to get like worried finally when she realizes like the violence might affect her. And then they distract her with this fucking like space shit.
Whenever life gets you down, Mrs. Brown, and things seem...
So like this scene, like a flat earther could take this and it's like showing predictive programming how The idea of space and the spinning ball dehumanizes humanity, right? And makes you accept like horrible violence and shit.
Hard or tough, and people are stupid, obnoxious or daft, and you feel that you've had quite enough. Just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour. That's orbiting at 19 miles a second, so it's reckoned, a sun that is the source of all our power. The sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see are moving at 1,000,000 miles a day in an outer spiral arm at 40,000 miles an hour of the galaxy we call the Milky Way.
That's kind of interesting.
Contestants between 18 and 40, armed with professionally made movies about their lives, loves and aspirations, will compete to win the approval of a 37-year-old woman with an inoperable brain tumor who has been told she will die before the end of the year. With the help of viewer votes, the woman, known only as Lisa, will decide which contestant deserves her kidney. Mr. Mackay said Endemol has not taken into account the huge psychological blow the two losers would have to deal with. To go through that traumatic thing on the television, it just doesn't bear thinking about, he added. Timothy Stratham, the Federation's chief executive, said the show was a travesty that threatened the organ transplant system, which depended on acts of altruism. Professor John Fihale, who has just ended his term as president of Britain's Renal Association, said, "The scenario portrayed in this program is ethically totally unacceptable. The show will not further understanding of transplants. Instead, it will cause confusion and anxiety." BNN TV, which is based at Hilversum near Amsterdam, appears to be basking in the worldwide publicity. It claims it is provoking debate on an important issue and says the program is partly in tribute to the station's founder, who died of kidney failure. "We know that this program is super controversial and some people will think it's tasteless, but we think the reality is even more shocking and tasteless. Waiting for an organ is just like playing the lottery," Lawrence Drillick, chairman of the BNN network, said. With the massive publicity generated, the Big Donor Show could become one of the most watched TV programs ever. The show was planned as a one-off, but Dutch TV industry sources speculated that if viewing figures made it a success, there would be little to stop it acting as a pilot for a series of similar Give Me a Transplant type shows. The identities of the donor and would-be recipients are to be revealed when the 80-minute show starts at 8:30 p.m. on Friday. Viewers will be urged to text in their votes, and Lisa will consider their verdict before making the decision on her own about who gets her organs. BNN has the potential to make hundreds of thousands of pounds in profits on the text messages alone. The broadcaster has brought entertainment to new lows in Holland with another of its programs showing drug-taking, live sex acts, and women testing sex toys. Joop Atsma, an MP with the ruling CDA party, met Education Minister Ronald Plasterk in an attempt to have the show stopped. "I want to block this. This is truly not permissible," Mr. Atsma said. "It would be a victory for decency and common sense if this were not screened," but Mr. Plasterk told the Dutch Parliament that the Constitution forbade him from declaring an outright ban on the show. A spokesman for Endemol in Britain said that Though there was no legal bars to presenting such a program here, the company had no plans to do so. It's quite something.
What's up, YouTube? Oh my god, do I have a story to tell you guys? So, like the title says, me and Holly just stopped a rape in progress right behind this Walmart right here. Let me give you just a short recap of the story I'm about to tell you, but we both just lost pretty much our most important valuables. Both of us lost all of our stuff within like the past, 3 hours time, and then got them back. So like I'm gonna tell that story here. A couple of you guys show up, but God, this night is exhausting. I'm on my 12-hour Walmart stint here while I get my bike tire fixed tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'm sitting at Walmart with a flat at like 3 in the morning. I've been here since like 7 this evening, something like that. Yeah, it's been pretty ridiculous. It's in the 60s right about now, I think. It's in the 60s right now. So yeah, this is how it went down. And first of all, let me know if I'm buffering or not.
My phone's
Chat.
69, but it's not right.
No, it's not 69 out here. I'd be taking this coat off.
It's way colder than that.
So anyway, okay, here it is. So I'm sitting here at the Walmart most of the day, with this flat tire, and we decided to go take a walk, and we end up going through like some really secluded, dark areas here behind the Walmart just to kind of get away and see what's going on. What's up, Dark Cloud? And we were just gonna, because we don't want to be seen by anybody, we just want to be invisible. So we go out there, we're sitting there, and we're going to find a place to chill, and we find this lady, or we hear this lady, frantically talking about her situation to somebody on the phone, and I'm like, well, there's another homeless person out here in the dark. So we go off somewhere and chill, and then we come back, and we're like, should we go like offer her some food or something like that? I mean, we got some food stamps. Let's go make sure she's not hungry or thirsty or something at least. And so we go over there, and she was taking care of herself as far as that, and she was telling us the story about her just pouring out shit about her life, like how much it sucks and what she's been through and where she's from. And she was just an open book, like you could tell she just wanted to talk to somebody that gave a shit about her. And so we just indulged that, gave her a cigarette for a while, hung out with her probably for about 15 minutes, and then we're like, all right, we're gonna part ways. And she was telling us, like there's this guy that my boyfriend around here, like he's such an asshole, like he always tries to find me and he's tried to rape me and attacks me and all these things. And I'm like, man, well, I hope you good luck with that, And so I leave, and we come back that way about 20 minutes later, just walking back that way, and we hear these two. That's where I dropped my phone. I dropped my phone out there around this time, okay? And then we go walking around, go off for about 20 minutes, and we come back, and let's see, we came back around, and we heard this commotion. No, we ended up seeing the guy, but how did we end up seeing? He was over here
digging through the ashtrays.
Okay, he was. Yeah, we ended up
saying that he was drunk and he thought we were following him.
No, I'm sorry. Wait, we ended up talking to that lady, and I dropped my phone.
Yeah,
and I come back. Yeah. And so we came back over here, and then I realized I didn't have my phone. So now we're having to go back and search for it. And we see this guy looking all paranoid at us, thinking we're following him, while we're just, kind of happen to be behind him. And he's pushing his bag and his cart and everything, and he's all looking at us like we're going to steal something from him. And he talks to us. He's like, oh man, no, don't mind me. I don't trust anybody. And like, I didn't even say anything to him. We were just trying to walk past him, And we're like, all right, bro. Yeah,
He's like, I'm just gonna let you guys pass because you're just following me.
Yeah.
We're not following
Yeah,
you.
I
We're
was-
going that direction to go find your phone.
yeah, I was like, okay, see ya. Yeah, I don't trust you either. It's okay, you know. So we keep going. He just had just grizzled energy, you know. And I just wanted to get the fuck away. I just kept a walking pace real fast. Like, come on, Holly. So we go walk around. Finally, we find my phone, and we're like, whew, okay, cool. So did we come back here, or did we go out after that?
Well, the guy was. We decided to follow him because.
Oh, that's right. He was
going. And
he was actually
following us because we went way ahead of him.
Yeah.
And then he was going the same direction, and then we just decided to follow him for some. Did we decide that? Is that what we
It was
doing?
like the guy was going our direction, so we didn't want to go the same way he was going. I figured he was going to go in the dark patch where my phone was most likely lost. So I was like,
we saw
I don't
where
want
he
him to
went.
know where we're going. I don't want him around us while I'm looking for my phone. I knew exactly where he was going to go, and I figured he was going to go by that woman. I just knew that. I'm like, he's going to that woman. That's this boyfriend, you know? And me and Holly both felt like that. So we walked past where they were to look for my phone. After we saw him go in there, we kind of avoided him, and we found my phone, and we're like, whew, good. So finally, we were, at ease, and we started walking, I don't know, for about 5 minutes away from that area and just wanted to go chill. And we stayed there for about 15 minutes. That's right. So then when we come back, we hear yelling, all kinds of yelling and shit. And
she's screaming, "Let go!"
She's screaming, let go, me, Laura. And he goes, no, this is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna show you how it's fucking gonna be. And that's what I hear, and I'm like, all right. So as soon as I heard her saying let go, and all the scuffling, and I just started jetting down there, fucking running down there. And
yeah, where he took off.
I did?
You did took off. You left me behind.
Oh,
I was trying to find like a stick or something. I didn't want him attacking you.
Oh, fuck.
I need something to beat him.
I find this guy on top of her, lifting up her fucking dress with one arm while he's strangling her throat with the other, and she's clawing his eyes, trying to get his fucking eyes, and just trying to kick him. And I was there for like 20 seconds telling him like, stop. And he just like didn't even fucking hear me. Finally, I had to really get in his face, and I was like, if you don't fucking stop, like, I'm gonna call the cops on you right now. And like cops got his attention. He looked up. And
you said
I said
got
something.
it all on video.
Oh, I told him I got this all on fucking video, dude. Stop right now. And he was like,
the minute you said I got it all on video, that's when he looked at you and said, really?
Yeah.
Said, I got you on video. I'm gonna call the cops. And he was like, oh.
Yeah, and as soon as he like took his attention off of me, you could see her boot fling up and kick him like right on the side of the jaw, and he fucking stumbles back, and I was like,
blood all over his mouth.
Blood all over his mouth, yeah. And I just like got in his face, kind of in between them, and I was like, get the fuck out of here right now, get the fuck out of here. And he goes, you got that? You got that on video? And I was like, get the fuck. I'm calling the cops right now. They're coming. They're on their fucking way. And he was like. And he started scuffling around, get his shit, and he started walking off. Anyway, they both kind of started walking off together in a way, but she was just trying to get ahead of him. And anyway, that's as far as I wanted to take that. We jetted back over here. I had got my phone and everything. We're good. And then
I realized I forgot my purse where we were sitting.
This one here left her purse where we went and sat. So now we're like, her debit card, her license, her social.
World we live in, because even the Daily Mail, with all of its tabloid nonsense, if you just look at the ads on the sides of the page with its usual Hollywood drama stuff and who's doing what to whom, and then all the sex stuff, sex. You see, people are already dehumanized from any standard they had in the past. This is now normal, so it's very hard to criticize something which is already portraying us as base animals. It can't really be done. It's fantasia. It's a circus. This is where the dehumanization process intergenerationally will take you to a horror show. It has no option but to take you to a horror show. From the mind of a psychopath at the top, what's happening at the bottom seems perfectly logical, because they can't identify with normal human emotions of those other people down below. They are pragmatic. They want efficiency in this world. They have told us of the world they want to bring in, and they have been telling us for a long, long, long time in books they've published themselves and written themselves, which we sort of pass over like clouds passing over our heads as though it didn't affect us somehow.
Hello. That's funny what Alan Watt is saying there about how they tell us in books what they're doing to us, and we just gloss over it like clouds going over our heads or something. Yeah, it's true. That's what really boggles my mind, is they are openly talked about in books about what they're going to do to us, and then we see historically they do it and no one no one cares or notices.
Welcome to Seek Truth and Speak Truth. It's the moon that we can see here. Approaching evening time. Obviously there's still some light about, so the sun is still shining across the flat plain. If we were on a ball and I've been able to see the moon and the sun for about the last 4 or 5 hours, what's on the other side? What's on the other side of the ball? The moon sync shots that are coming up at the moment are the biggest flat earth proof I've seen and known. Pictures from Australia and England pointing at the same moon at the same time, and they're at the same angle. If the sun was now going under the ball, the moon, that half crescent shape, would slowly turn. At the minute it's 90 degrees because the sun is opposite the moon. If within the next, say, 3 or 4 hours we suddenly saw this change, and you would basically see the bottom half of the moon illuminated because the sun's gone underneath it because it's the other side of Earth, I would believe we lived on a ball. Doesn't make sense. It's flat, guys. It's flat.
When we are the subject of their books, the future, and we are the subject of their books, we have been trained not to participate in the creation of our own reality and our destiny. We've been trained to leave it to our betters. That's why it's so easily managed in this day and age by a few at the top. The think tanks that come up with the ideas, they shape the future, they plan the future and pass it down to the lower think tanks in the pyramid structure. At one time, life was looked upon as being sacred. That was very important, because without that concept, anything can be done to humanity. And that is the brink we're on today. We're going over the brink into inhumanity. The dialectical technique is clever to make things happen within society. For instance, how, if you want to reduce basically pregnancy, how would you bring in easily available abortions? It would never occur to people that you create promiscuity, massive promiscuity. Because once the promiscuity comes in and the bonding process stops, because that's what happens, you see, when you mate with someone, you're actually beginning the forms of a bonding by nature so that you can both raise children. When that's been destroyed, then the bonding is blunted. Relationships are short-lived. And sex itself, intercourse, becomes a simple method of alleviating a drive temporarily, like quenching your thirst if you're thirsty with water. The aftermath of all the promiscuity is massive pregnancies all over by young single girls. And along comes the guy or the people with the solutions, just waiting, biding their time, all pre-written, and government stamps approval, and on you go. Now we sell parts of babies which are aborted. You can get $5,000 for a good spinal column in good condition. It's quite sad, this butchery that's going on in the name of progress. Who defines progress? We should think about that. Whose progress is it? For what purpose? Because there is always purpose. Now, with the donors, of course, that was on our part to get you dehumanized. Always with a tragic face, someone who needs help. In comes the solution. We can all become donors. Now it's a lotto, it's a raffle. With cheers and boos and hisses off the crowd in the big arena as they start feasting on this macabre show. One, I'm sure, of many to come. And in one way or another, it all fits into the depopulation program as we allow ourselves to be further dehumanized. We're just animals, you see. We're animals without rights. The animals got their rights in the Earth Charter, drawn up by the Rockefellers and pushed out by Maurice Strong. We didn't get those rights. Years ago, people said that many people would love socialism. The definition of it being a world run by experts where you wouldn't have to think and decide anything for yourself. All the major problems and headaches of the world would be taken care of by your betters. And you would be happy with it in that way. Then you could play. You could just spend your life playing. For many, many years, even radio talk shows across all countries, the regular AM or FM talk shows, their format has been to give you something controversial for a topic for the day, to get everyone arguing, and then they go into the Hegelian dialectic because people immediately take sides, this or that. and the host stirs it up. That's called good talk radio. And they can count on the public doing just that. Which side do you want to jump in on? They'll already give you your answers for each side, the dialectical process. But each topic is actually guiding you towards an acceptance of more and more and more of the bizarro.
Is this some kind of a joke? A pussycat and a mouse? This show is about crazy stunts and people putting their lives at risk for a big fat prize. It's not a nature documentary. Irving, call security and have these two...
Sir, it's him. This always gives me the creeps, sir.
He's the president of Hollywood. He's supposed to give you the creeps.
Greetings, your tinseliness, imperious leader of Hollywood.
What is this shit?
That stuff makes pure mescaline seem like ginger beer, man. Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome?
Pull all his teeth out.
I remember thinking, Jesus, what a terrible thing to lay on somebody with a head full of acid.
But we have a problem.
Where'd you get this?
Never mind, it's absolutely pure.
What kind of monster client have you hooked up with this time?
Satanism freak.
I think there's only one source for this stuff. The, adrenaline gland from a living human body.
I know. The guy didn't have any cash to pay me. He offered me human blood, said it would take me higher than I'd ever been in my life. Why should I fuck with children, he said. They're too small.
Can you tell us a secret about Steven Spielberg? He eats babies. Whole babies.
Now, what is this ring you're wearing here? Looks like it's weighing your hand down.
Well, no, it's a magical ring.
It is?
I have little children rub it, make a wish, and it comes true.
Little children come near you?
Of course. Little children and
What kind of a
animals.
wish did that ring ever make come true?
Well, I would say a great many wishes, but we won't go into them.
Is it necessary to kill you by driving a stake through your heart, or will just a knock on the head do it?
I will never die.
You won't?
No, of course not. I've made arrangements.
How do you like that? A frozen devil, right? Huh?
That's a good point.
You're going to be frozen.
This is now that's a great thing, I think.
Well, listen, our time's all up. I'd like to tell you where to go, but you'd enjoy it.
Oh, that's right.
We'll be back with another guest after these words. Stand by.
And he was on his deathbed. And for a Satanist, at the time of death, it's a great victory for them because death is a huge thing that they celebrate. And he was getting ready to die. And, oh my, what have I done? He said, there's something very wrong. There's something very wrong. There's something very wrong.
When you have an ignorant population who will not research for themselves, who go beyond conspiracies, a title the elite want you to use on yourself as you search, go beyond the conspiracies. After all, if you quote the elite's books themselves, those who are in power and those who have been in power, their predecessors, it's hardly a conspiracy when they publish it in the open. H.G. Wells called it the open conspiracy. It's there if the public want to read it. It's just not terribly exciting. It's dry reading. No sex or violence. Just agenda. Women were targeted long ago, and men, for the changes to depopulate the planet. Charles Galton Darwin, in the next million years, talked about methods of introducing hormonal changes within the male and the female to make it so. We see it happening with the lowered sperm count in the male. We see all of the reactions within the female populations. Many of them have become masculinized. And here's a further thrust to it all. In the BBC News, this is from Wednesday, 23rd of May, 2007. It says this: US approves pill to stop periods. The first birth control pill designed to stop monthly periods has been approved for use in the US. The Food and Drug Administration backed continuous use of the pill, Liberal. It's an interesting name. It's a play on Libra, you see. It certainly will put them out of balance. It's also a play on life or freedom. And El, of course, is the old god. Liberal, which is manufactured by Wyeth. Interesting name too, Wyeth. Taken daily, it can halt a woman's menstrual periods indefinitely, as well as prevent pregnancies. Standard contraceptive pills are designed to be taken for 3 weeks, followed by a week break to allow for menstruation. An FDA official warned Liberal was not suitable for everyone. About half the women who tested it in trials dropped it before the end, citing irregular and unscheduled bleeding.
To anyone who is sane and reasonable, these videos simply shouldn't exist. Their mere existence is a challenge to the rules that bind our world, so we must investigate further. Number 16. The name of this scientific study video from Russia translates to sleep paralysis case number 278. A man is deep asleep until the door opens, and this freakish face peers in. As soon as it sets eyes on him, the poor man begins to fitfully twist and turn. Many people who experience sleep paralysis report seeing evil faces staring at them as they wake up, but this is the first time any such face has actually been recorded. Is it real, or just two people acting? Number 15. William Guy is boating in the Outer Banks of North Carolina when he catches no less than 14 bright lights hovering over the horizon.
Bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is?
The lights start out tightly clustered on one side and then spread out in no identifiable shape or pattern. They vary in exact dimensions, with the smallest one at the bottom and the three largest on the top. Some people are saying this must have been a military exercise, so I'm including this video of a military flare demonstration for comparison purposes. Take a look and then tell me, does this look like what William Guy saw? Number 14. Every single body has disappeared from this Thailand cemetery overnight, casket and all. Empty rows stretch as far as the eye can see, with absolutely no evidence as to how it was done, no tracks from heavy machinery, no shovels accidentally left behind, no footprints, nothing. The person recording cries. Is this a sign from above? Zombies, body snatchers? Whatever the answer may be, this video simply shouldn't exist. Number 13. A YouTuber named Tommy Case is in the basement of an abandoned house when his flashlight crosses over someone wearing an all black and white stretched out face mask. Tommy Case runs away, but soon he has to turn his flashlight back on if he ever hopes to find the exit. Instead, he finds the same person again, but this time he manages to escape without looking back. since the person just stands there and never reaches out for him. I think this is almost definitely a skit, but a well done one all the same. Number 12. This student is doing an intentionally goofy dance down the hall for a Snapchat video when he accidentally captures a moment that simply shouldn't exist. As he finishes up his final move, a girl instantly appears before his outstretched arms. The hall she comes down is completely empty the whole time. He's dancing here at 14 seconds, and the left and right sides of the hall are still empty, and there's no room for the girl to be standing in the middle, yet somehow she just does. Number 11. On December 1st, 2016, a fierce storm traveled up to this border in Israel and mysteriously stopped in place. The dark clouds gathered into a sideways moving funnel that refused to cross over the dividing line. Clear weather on the other side of the storm is visible here. The clouds are bunching up at the border, and the storm is becoming thinner, more condensed. Members of the Israeli Defense Force hold up cameras. They have never seen anything like this in all their years. This area is called the Golan Heights, and many lives on both sides have been lost in a territorial dispute dating back to the 60s. Is this strange weather or some type of message? Number 10. This creepy customer is dressed as the Joker in the middle of May. It looks like he is asking for directions or something, maybe for a bathroom, because the lady keeps pointing to somewhere else in the store. The fictional Joker would never waste his time on such a small score, but this one waits until her back is turned and makes a grab for the tip jar on the counter, which looks full. She comes back at the last second, and he just politely smiles to throw off any suspicions. When she leaves again, he looks around nervously at everywhere but the camera as he shoves the tip jar in his pocket and quickly ducks out. Number 9. A YouTuber named Shavir Joffrey has been hearing loud knocks and other strange noises at night, so he decides to half-jokingly ghost search around his house for fun. Nothing happens until he starts talking about what he is going to do to the ghost when he catches it. Do you think this is paranormal or just a friend off camera?
You know, any ghost that comes in, game over, my... Did you hear that? Did you...
Okay, so that might not be enough to convince you, but as soon as they crack more jokes, they hear a slight scraping noise and into a frightening situation. Listen to this part and tell me if you can hear it too. Here, this could be an actual ghost, CGI, or maybe even just... It's there for a split second, then gone. Number 5. Also, check out how a shadow passes directly over him as soon as the voice says help me. It's there for a split second, then gone. Number 5. There's a face in the wall. Can you see it? Teeth form a snickering sneer coming from the bottom of the screen. With that said, I wonder what's off camera casting this long creepy shadow. Before we get to number 1. Also, don't forget is disconnected from the airport. Are these people or spirits? You decide. Passengers are boarding this airplane in Thailand, but how is this possible when the entrance is disconnected from the airport? Are these people or spirits? You decide. As a counterpoint, someone pointed out that there could have been a second entrance here on the other side. The people could be traveling in an L-shaped tunnel, but since we can't confirm it from this angle, both explanations are plausible.
The pill contains a low dose of 2 hormones already widely used in birth control pills, ethinyl estradiol and levonorgestrel. The continuous delivery of the hormones prevents the stimulation of a menstrual cycle. Then it goes on to bleeding. A study showed Librel was just as effective in preventing pregnancy as a traditional pill called Alessa, also made by Wyeth, but it may be difficult for the women to recognize if they have become pregnant because liberal users will not have regular periods. Dr. Vanessa Collins of the Planned Parenthood Federation of America, Inc., welcomed the FSA decision. Now, people should look into Planned Parenthood Federation because old Margaret Sanger, who was a supporter of both Stalin and Hitler and who was a eugenicist, she believed in the eradication of certain races, was the one who started this up. Now, most women think it's a champion for them, and they have no idea of its real tenets. She said it might potentially help women whose monthly periods were blighted by headaches, tender breasts, cramps, and nausea. However, Jean Elson, a sociologist at the University of New Hampshire, said, "For women in that situation, I certainly can understand the benefits of taking these kinds of medications. But for most women, menstruation is a normal life event, not a medical condition. Why medicate away a normal life event if we're not sure of the long-term effects?" That view was echoed by health psychologist Paula Derry in a recent editorial in the British Medical Journal. She said, "A drug that chronically overrides the physiological changes associated with the menstrual cycle is creating a hormonal environment that is not found in nature." Well, haven't they been doing that for a long time? Tony Belfield of the Family Planning Association in the UK said, "For women who don't want to have a period often, this is a very good option." It's very predictable what they're going to say, isn't it? Depending on who they work for. I mean, would you go to him to ask an honest opinion? And here's the good con, these little slogans. Remember Lenin said we shall win by slogans? Well, it wasn't lost on any other side, who also had already been using all these different slogans. It is important that contraception provides women with a choice. See, make you think you've got a choice. Not just between different methods, but between how those methods are used. Doctors have long allowed women to skip their periods by starting a new pack of conventional pills